Dupe must go. We want prepaid meter, we want transformer. Dupe must go.
We want prepaid meter.
We want
red card.
We want prepaid meter, we want transformer. Dupe must go.
wọ́n kàn tó wá ní wá lára ni ó kéré sí i dúpẹ́lẹ̀ tó wá ṣe kínní kan àwọn tó bá ti rẹ́jísà lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ ó máa mú ní ó máa fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà ló wà báyẹn tó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ tó jẹ́ pé kò sí prepaid meter so we are suffering here and abáde lọ sí gbogbo àdúgbò tó kù Agége nǹkan kan báyẹn even gan ẹnìkan fẹ́ lè gba prepaid meter fún yàrá kan bẹ̀ wáyé tí wàá ṣe wà báyẹn ó jẹ́ nǹkan yìí àlẹ́nu fún wa ló ṣẹ́dì tọ́lẹ̀ ṣe fún wa ìjọ méjì a lè má níná ìjọ méjì náà lè má wà rárá tí àtẹ̀rín rí náà rárá tọ̀.
màmá 3,000 lẹ́sàn mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ní ohun tí mo rí nínú ìwé NEPA ni mo lọ san ó tẹ̀ tó ń ju ohun tí mo bá ń bẹ̀ lọ ṣùgbọ́n mo sọ torí 5,000 ni mo máa ń san ní oṣooṣù iná ò sì káàkiri ilé mi yìí o dáàdì wá sì ti kún sí ń lọ bí ọdún 11 sẹ́yìn mi sì ó mà ṣe o ẹ jọ kódà obìnrin kan tó wà ń bí ìyẹn ìyá tún mi ṣe ó dá sí ẹ wo mo ti ń gbọ̀n báyìí ibẹ̀ yẹn ni mo wólẹ̀ sí ibi kìíní bẹ̀ yẹn ni mo ṣubú sí obìnrin yẹn ló ń sọ wípé ẹ̀ sì wo màmá yìí ṣe bó lòun ti sanwó Ẹniọlá mi ọmọ mi tó wà lọ́dọ̀ mi ìyẹn wá ti dé ni mo bá sọ fún Ẹniọlá ló pé bàbá wọnú fún mi ṣe bóun ni mo sanwó fún ẹ wo owó tí wọ́n ní kàn dání ìgbà tá a sọ́mà 60,000 ni mo san 60,000.
nílé yìí kékeré
nílé kékeré kò sí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ Dúpẹ́ máa ń wọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì Dúpẹ́ máa ń wọ
tó fi rí gbogbo ta.
ìyá Dúpẹ́ ó máa ń wọlé ó wọ gbogbo inú ilé mi ó tún ní màmá ẹ jẹ́ káwọn bá mi wá tẹ́nàntì tó máa bá mi gbélé ilé yìí mi gbà bàbá wọn.
Dúpẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Ikeja Electric ó tún sọ fún òun fẹ́ gba tẹ́nàntì.
ó ní káwọn bá mi wá tẹ́nàntì.
èló ló gbà.
Ó gba 10,000 kò fi sínú àkáǹtì.
ó gba 10,000.
lọ́wọ́ wa kò máa ń
sílẹ̀ kò tún sanwó náà mo lọ bá chairman.
yín ló gba 10,000 kò fi sí àkáǹtì.
mi ò rí i mo lọ bá chairman Dúpẹ́ ò lè lọ ilẹ̀ sì ti ṣú lóru ó lọ jókòó síta lọ́hùn ó lọ jókòó síbẹ̀.
tó ní ṣe rédíò káàkiri.
ó wá dúró dè mí toró jáná ó sì ti gba 10,000 wọn sì tún so náà mi ó ti dẹ̀ kejì tó ṣerú ẹ̀ fún mi tí mo sanwó tó ọmọ yìí tó wá máa wo mọ́ mi ṣùgbọ́n tà kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ mo sọ mo ní ṣe bóbìnrin ni ẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀ tó bí ẹ ṣe bóbìnrin ni mo ní òsì máa rojọ́ ọ̀la èmi náà lọ́kọ̀ ọkọ mi ti kú ni ẹ jọ ibẹ̀ mo sùn sí ẹ̀mí mi ti lọ fún yìí tó kọjá yìí ó wá tún sọ wípé èyí tí mo san 5,000 ó ní kò wọlé ara mi ò sì yá wọ́n fi ojú mi rí láti ìgbà tí bàbá yìí ti kú o kò sì sẹ́ni tí ó wà láyé tí kò lè kú mo sọ fún wọn mo ní nítorí pé téèyàn bá ń dájọ́ téèyàn bá fẹ́ kó àjọ á dá fún ẹni tó máa kó kóun náà tó kó mo ní tí mo ka NEPA sí nìyẹn àjọ ni mo kà á sí bí mi jẹun máa sanwó NEPA síbẹ̀ yìí nira wàhálà ó ti pọ̀ jù mo jẹ́ mi mú màá sanwó NEPA.
Dupe, he called me, say he not get to register to market for light. Dupe, he say how much light? Dupe, he say make you pay 15,000. I pay 15,000. Where the paper? No, give me paper.
no receipt.
No receipt. Go come.
That was which year be that?
Don't reach 2 years. But mo lọ bá Dupe mo yari gan mo pariwo. It tear one paper because you know say I never go school. It tear paper. Fake paper give me.
Fake paper.
Yeah, fake paper. You can't give me.
Ìgbà tí NEPA bá ti fún wa níná gbogbo ohun tá à ń ṣe bísíǹsì ó di dẹnu kọlẹ̀ ara chicken tọ́kì yóò bàjẹ́ àìhùn minerals kò lè tutù kò sí ice block tá a lè fi ṣe pé bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan fẹ́ ṣe pati ẹ̀ wá bá ice block àdóhùn sọ ní wọ́n dẹ́pà jẹ́ gbogbo wá kúrò mi wá sọ 5,000 ẹni sori mo lo flat mo lo iná bọ́ọ̀bù pẹ̀lú fáànù ní sọ wá sọ 5,000 ẹni torí pé fáànù ni mo ń lò náà fáànù pẹ̀lú bọ́ọ̀bù lọ́wọ́ ẹni onú ilé mi.
5,000 per month.
wọ́n ní mo sọ per month wọ́n ní Dúpẹ́ kan ní wọ́n ní ọmọ babaláwo ní ogun ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ̀jẹ̀ abẹ́ ti sí ní wẹ́rẹ́ kò sẹ́ni tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ àfọ̀hún nìkan.
ìyẹn Dúpẹ́ Ikeja Electric.
ìyẹn electric ṣe wà lẹ́ẹ̀pọ̀ jù bí ìtògbé fún wa ó wá ń kà wá ń bá wọn kalẹ̀ a máa gbá ń ka rúùmù. a máa
wọnú ilé wa.
a máa kà á ó lè lò wọ́n lè wọlé bí márùn lọ 2,000 bí 3,000 á kówó jẹjọ á kó sápò wọn. àwọn bíi tó wà nílẹ̀ àbádọ̀ táwọn ibà ti fọ́n 3,000 2,000 láti rówó tí wọ́n ẹ̀gùn jẹ wọn tó máa fọ bíà tó bá dé máa wò bíà lọ́n lọ fi mu. ìpẹpẹ súpù ń tọ́ lọ́ fowó jẹ nìyẹn wọn wà ní jẹ́kádà.
bí tóní tẹ́lẹ̀ tóní tó wà ní abúlé tẹ́lọ̀ bí yẹn ṣe mu bí àkákiri kó ló pé Ọlọ́run wá gbẹ̀san lára ẹ̀.
bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ kẹjàgá nìyẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ wà mú iná yín wà nílé ẹ̀sìn ilé wọ́n ti já àti eré bọ́lẹ̀ kẹtọdé.
láláì kọ̀wé láláì sọ fún yín.
under òfin Nàìjíríà 3 months after ní kẹlọ jáná wọn ẹ̀yin ò ní gbẹ́bẹ̀ nígbà kankan ẹ̀kọ́ máa ń mú náà bẹ̀ sí máa rí ládùúgbò a lè lọ́ṣọ́ àlè ṣẹ́ nìtì a lè iná ṣe kankan iná mọ́gbọ́n wa náà ló kọ́ rẹ̀ kò wúlò.
Ikeja Electric reports. In his weekly column in the Sunday Telegraph Newspaper, celebrated Nigerian lawyer Mike OZEKHOME, SAN-OFR, noted with pain that indeed Nigeria is Africa's biggest oil producer, but the West African nation still struggles to meet its energy needs. A struggle that has persisted for many decades, with ordinary citizens becoming the guinea pig of frustration by paying heavily for darkness. From the trajectory of ECN to NEPA, down to PHCN, Power Holding Company of Nigeria, down to the energy sector reform of year 2005, that led to the unbundling of PHCN into discos run by private investors. It appears most Nigerian citizens fell from the proverbial frying pan to fire with incessant inept service delivery, rude and very unethical officials, poor electric service delivery with killing in many cases, highly capricious billing strategy that does not justify transparent consumption of electricity by consumers. Even in instances where the federal government ordered discos to give free prepaid meters to citizens, some of the discos appear to not only bill consumers to get the prepaid meters, but equally denied some communities the opportunity of metering in their sly efforts to promote the now outdated and illegal estimated billing methodology, which give enough room for bribery, corruption and bill piling, which has become an economic cancer to the pockets of many families. One of the leading Nigerian discos infamous for alleged profound fraudulent tactics, default of transparency, ethical fairness, justice and a sense of customer relationship is the Ikeja Electric Disco. Majority of customers and power consumers that cut across Ikeja Electric's sphere of business, influence in Lagos, Nigeria, have stories of war and social tribulations to share with concerned Nigerians home and abroad. To this effect are various online petitions on several platforms and in most instances, instituted cases of fraud and unethical misconduct in various courts of law against Ikeja Electric and the shady executives. Folake Soeto, the chief executive officer of Ikeja Electric, appears to be a woman with a go-go spirit, attending parties, flirting with the gym, and making merry, while our unscrupulous officials go about terrorizing communities to extract fraudulent bills, harass, embarrass, and rubbish the esteem of the company's customers. Some of Folake Soeto's officials act beyond and against laws guiding the electric sector reform Act of year 2005 and other related laws. Some of these officials who have become Jurassic dinosaurs to communities they loot and boot around will do everything in the book to inflate bills, cut off power supply by the slightest provocation without recourse to law and order, and even in most cases disobey court orders like one Tokunbo David of Abule Taylor undertaken in Lagos. Some of them beg for tips and will never listen to consumers' plea, even in instances where the law protects such a consumer. Several communities have tales of woe as both the old, the young, and the middle-aged have a bad song to sing about Ikeja Electric. From Alakuko to Alagbado to Ojokoro down to Abulegba and up to Okota area of Lagos West Senatorial District. The story is same. Wicked officials, bad services, nonchalant behaviors to communities' demands, high-handedness, and total disregard to rules of engagement. Asabe Africa TV visits some communities, and their petition this time around is high-handedness of marketers, illegal power disconnection, and outrageous billing for power not used, allow paying a fortune for darkness. The stories of woe, apathy, and total frustration is second to none. This video is done without prejudice, but to find for a lasting solution of the highlighted challenges. Watch out.
They brought down your light,
yes,
unjustly, and it has been on for many days.
For the five weeks, yes, sir.
5 weeks
without light. So ó jáná ẹ sílẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé fún mo ní flat wà lókè sí oní wife mi gbé wife mi dẹ̀ ti lọ for the past 2018 tó
3 years. Okay,
so
that's 4 years.
2018 tó retire ló ti lọ sí abroad, so nobody is living there. Gbogbo bíbáyìí ó dẹ̀ sọ pé 5 bits ká máa sanwó 5 bits. I explained to him that we cannot be paying all this much. Ṣé àwọn èèyàn tó ń gbé bíbáyìí pé they are mere workers, pé kì í ṣe pé bóyá
they even stay at home.
They don't even stay at home. Gbogbo time tó ń múná wá gbogbo wa máa ti lọ síbi ọrọ̀ ajé wa tábàlẹ̀ dé lálẹ́ náà kò tó tún sí iná, so gbogbo ló ṣàmú bíìlì wa on each bill 6,000 7,000 bó ṣe ń gbé wá nìyẹn. But mo wá bá àwọn èèyàn sọ pé kọ́ gbìyànjú kọ́ máa tẹ̀ sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀ so that to keep the light on. So owó tètè wá sú àwọn yẹn gan náà ní gbogbo ìyànjẹ gan lélẹ́yìn náà pé báyà ṣe máa san owó wa náà bá ṣàní pé owó yẹn ó ní owó wa bíìlì wa gbèsè wa pọ̀ kíní kankan wọ́n bá ṣàjà iná sílẹ̀. So ìyẹn ló tẹ̀ wá mú gbogbo èèyàn wá sọ pé kọ́kùnfin náà yẹn lẹ̀. So
wà ní òkùnkùn for the past 5 months.
For the past 5 weeks.
5 weeks ní òkùnkùn.
Láti wà ní òkùnkùn. So wọ́n lè ti wá yíyí ó ti jáná ẹ̀ alẹ́ gbígbé ọdún.
Dúpẹ́ yìí kan náà.
Dúpẹ́ kan náà ló ṣiṣẹ́ ní gbogbo bíbá yìí.
ló ṣiṣẹ́ ibi dé bíbá.
So iná.
Ìgbà tó já iná yẹn sà ẹ má bínú o, did she give you a disconnection order?
No notice bí bó ṣe máa ń rèdì káàkiri àdúgbò tó ń jáná káàkiri.
Ìgbóná sà.
Sá.
máa ń rèdì bí ìgbóná káàkiri.
Bí ìgbóná káàkiri tó máa wá sádùúgbò tó bá ti wá sádùúgbò báyìí ìgbìnì gbogbo ẹ̀ ó máa mú everybody níbẹ̀ ní pé ó gbé nǹkan sára ju pé ó ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba lọ. So ó jẹ́ ìyàlẹ́nu fún wa gbogbo bó ṣe.
ìfà bá ṣe ń bọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan làwọn èèyàn kan sọ pé èyí lè ṣe àwọn.
àwa la ṣe òpó la ṣe gbogbo wáyà.
ẹjẹ wo àwọn òpó yẹn. òpó ẹ̀kọ́ nu.
òpó lè àwa la ṣe.
ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣe.
aláṣẹ civil community.
ó ga ọ.
So bá a ṣe nígbà yẹn gbogbo
láti bẹ̀
yẹn òpó ìkànnà wà iwájú náà yẹn náà àwọn aláṣẹ.
the law sọ wípé àwọn olóyè kó ṣe.
àwọn olóyè kó bá wa ṣe.
ẹ̀ẹ̀kan ṣe.
la ṣe tún dáwó la ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. even gan òpó lè ẹ rí pé a ti ṣe solar power fún àdúgbò wa torí àfẹ́ ká máa wà nínú òkùnkùn nígbà torí security. So gbogbo òpó wúlì tó sì kù àti make effort pé ká ṣe náà bọ́n bá ti wá náà àwọn náà lọ tún máa gun ládà nígbà míì gan ládà wọn tún máa ń ba òpó wa jẹ́ torí ládà wọn wúwo ṣẹlẹ̀ pé àwọn òpó mìta ti ń lò ó ti pẹ́. So gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ń complain fún wọn pé kọ́tẹ̀ gbìyànjú kọ́ máa ṣe. So gbogbo bá ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn wọn ò jẹ́ kó yọ. So rábàyẹ̀ sí dé náà wọ́n máa halẹ̀ mọ́ wa wọ́n wá já iná anyhow. A máa ṣàlàyé fún wọn àìjọ ṣe àwọn owó yóò pọ̀ báwo bíìlì a ní nǹkan tá à ń lò láwọn bíìlì wa a ṣe àsọ̀rọ̀ kó lójú lóṣìṣì.
àwọn 2 bedroom 1 room wọ́n máa mú
16,000 7,000 gbogbo ẹ̀ wá báyẹn pé kí là ń lò kó iná yà dẹ̀ rí lò ló ṣẹ́ẹ̀dì náà ni ló ń ṣe fún wa.
so estimated billing ló ń fún yín which has
been scattered. It's not in the law. So a dẹ̀ ti gbìyànjú pé ká ṣe prepaid meter a fill form a ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ àárín kankan gbogbo ìgbà tán á prepaid meter lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kò mú dé ọ̀dọ̀ wa ń bíbà torí pé àwọn tó wọ́n ṣe diversion náà ṣe wọ́n kàn divert gbogbo prepaid meter tán allocate fún àdúgbò wa ń bíbà á pèpèpè á rìn chairman CDA. So wọ́n kàn fi àjẹ lọ́nà àìtọ́. Oko ilé náà àwa náà community la ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbogbo ọlá tí a gbẹ̀bí ṣe ni pé torí mo ti jẹ́ secretary CDA gbogbo ẹ̀ta CDA Meiran tẹ́lẹ̀.
Mo kọ́ rò pé ẹ̀yọ̀kan ilẹ̀ ṣe ẹ̀rí pa ti ka bíi mẹ́rin. Márùn-ún community ṣe táwọn òde lọ́wọ́ sí yẹn kẹ́jẹ́.
Gbogbo nǹkan tá a lè ń gbìyànjú pé kọ́ iná lè wà ká má wà nílò.
You can imagine that some of the maintenance efforts in terms of poles and even the wiring, the community themselves are the one that contributed money to erect them, to maintain and sustain them. Yeah, this Dupe, this marketer comes to harass, to intimidate, and to cause commotion and cause affray and cause psychological pain by removing their light abruptly without disconnection order, without notice. It's such a horrible, terrible. We have to find out. We have to follow him down to this community. It's just a sub-community from the Meiran to CDA, and what they are going through here, in fact, is a crazy experience. A lot of women here spoke to us, but some of them don't want their face on camera, so we have to speak to this elder statesman, this wonderful gentleman here, and he has said a lot of things. Even his house, they've been suffering, they've been under disconnection in the last 5 weeks. That is going to 2 months. So this is one of the reasons why there should be a reform in the sector, the power private sector, that is the electricity power. There must be a reform that will ensure that people get their prepaid meter. Then after that, immediately, very fiercely, they must have their transformer. In a situation whereby they are using transformer to do negative politics. Yes, it's unfortunate.
Diversion ó pọ̀ lórí free prepaid meter. Ìgbà tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kan fún wa ní free prepaid meter, gbogbo ara fill form, a register on map, gbogbo ẹ̀, àárín kankan. Wọ́n kàn tó wá ní wá lára ni. Ókè nísìnyí, túpẹ́lẹ̀ tó wá ṣe kinní kan, àwọn tó bá ti register lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀, ó máa mílíọ̀nù máa fún ọ. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà ló wà báyẹn tó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ tó jẹ́ pé kò sí prepaid meter. So we are suffering here. Àtàbálẹ̀ lọ sí gbogbo àdúgbò tó kù Agége nǹkan kan máa yẹn even gan ẹnìkan fẹ́ lè gba prepaid meter fún yàrá kan bẹ̀ wáyé tí wàá ṣe wà báyẹn ó jẹ́ nǹkan yìí àlẹ́nu fún wa load shedding tọ́lẹ̀ ṣe fún wa ìjọ méjì a lè má níná ìjọ méjì náà lè má wà rárá tí àtẹ̀rín rí náà rárá tọ̀.
They are talking about load shedding, which is also a very horrible and terrible culture in power sector.
Okay, gbogbo last week, gbogbo week before, almost 2 weeks since, wọ́n ní òpó kan ṣe ní kíní. We were the whole community and suburb communities who were in darkness. Tí wọ́n lè ṣe nǹkan kan lórí ẹ̀, ó ṣe àti wọ́n ṣe wá restore ẹ̀ lánàá. Ìgbà tí wọ́n wá restore ẹ̀ lánàá, wọ́n ṣe wá ń fún wa nínú tipátipá kúkú. Àti pé wọ́n tún wá gbọ́ pé bóyá wọ́n tún gbọ́ fìrìfìrì pé ẹ̀yin journalist ń bọ̀ wá sí àdúgbò wa ní èyí. So ṣé ó dàbẹ̀ kó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ràn wá lọ́wọ́.
That's good. In fact, this is unfortunate, and it's part of it. It's just part of. You have seen other videos. You've seen how they've complained bitterly. You even heard what the National Secretary of the Consumer Protection Forum, that is the all power, that's the power electricity power consumer forum. In the presence of the highly estimable Ms. Kenny Jones, have said the laws that guide the rules of engagement and all that in other videos. This is just part of the campaign against arbitrary charge by disco officials, bad ethical behavior, corruption of ethics, corruption of morals, corruption of managerial skills. I don't know where we are going, and I think that not just the Nigerian citizens should react or raise a voice against this. The National Assembly is there. There should be a law, and a binding law. I mean, the government should react, should be very, very informed that these are basic amenities: light, water, shelter. If there is no light, so where is the comfort? So if people are sleeping in darkness and they cannot. This man is in his 60s going to 70, and he's angry, he's frustrated, is highly annoyed with the system. And on this note, we want to say this broadcast, this petition should go viral. If you are also going through this, there is an appropriate number to call for the All Electricity Consumer Protection Forum and any other consumer forum that you know. Let them know. It can also get to us through those people. Then we will do an expose on your community. We know that these boys are not too good. We know that they are not nice. We've met them one-on-one. We have evidences. But definitely, this must stop. There must be proper metering of every community. And their transformer must work effectively so that the automated revenues can be generated. You cannot expect people coming to communities to come and harass people and collect money. They are even collecting tips between 5,000, 10,000 to connect light. They make life so miserable. Are we in a Hobbesian society? I mean, we have gone beyond this. We are in the 21st century. We're in the age of common sense, the age of wisdom, the age of reasoning, the age of automation. So why should human beings be moving around? Automate the system of collection and everything will be peaceful. We don't need people carrying ladders, harassing putting people in problem, in psychological trauma.
Even extortion too.
Yeah, they are even worse than, I'm sorry to say this, they are worse than the police that we thought that are worse. They are worse than any other.
Of highest order. Because one got some 30% owó tí a jẹ, wọ́n ní àlè sanwó yẹn, àtúnṣan lé. Kó tún lè fi gbé transformer wá ká lè fi máa gbádùn transformer yẹn wọn ò ṣe nǹkan kan. Transformer tó wà ní tí ẹ̀rí lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn àwa tí a ṣiṣẹ́ tá a fi mọ̀ bí transformer yẹn ṣe dé bíbá yẹn ni. Yes, níná ń bíbá yìí a mọ̀ bá a ṣe rìn lóru lọ́sàn-án tá lọ ń bá àwọn olóṣèlú láti lọ bẹ̀ wọ́n kán ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ó tó di pé iṣẹ́ a máa Àgbàdo Òkè-Odò tó ra transformer 10 lọ́dún ẹ̀ lọ. No, late Pastor Kenny.
Okay, Pastor Kenny.
Olóra transformer 10 nígbà yẹn tí ẹ gbọ́ tẹ̀ tó fẹ́ pín fún àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ìtọ́jú olóṣèlú. Wọ́n ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kí á mú ọyàn la fi lọ bá former speaker of the house Kuforiji.
Okay, Kuforiji.
Kuforiji.
Adéyẹmí Kuforiji.
Alẹ́ olóòrùn báyìí la lọ bá nílé ẹlẹ́pẹ́ kí yẹn tó sọ pé kó tó ọ̀dà Pastor Kenny pé kó fún òun nìkan nínú transformer yẹn tí a fi jẹ́ ká lè rí transformer yẹn.
That is the history of that transformer that ṣe wù.
History transformer that ṣe wù tán yẹn. Alẹ́ lóru la lọ bá yẹn nílé. Kódà ní Ẹ̀pẹ́. Láti Meiran bí báyìí. Ìjọ́ ta lọ alẹ́ la tó lè rí. Ìjọ́ ta lọ síbẹ̀ alẹ́ la tó lè rí. Ló lè ṣe wá lálejò. Ló ní òkè ká má wọrí pé tá a lè fi ṣe wàhálà láti wá lóun tàbí pé òun wá aṣọ pé a máa rí kọgbà nínú transformer 10 yẹn. Ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ la fi rí transformer yẹn gbà ló fi bá.
Pastor Kenny gan tó kú kó jìjì fẹ́ pín fáwọn ọ̀rẹ́.
Ó fẹ́ pín fún àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ní speaker ń gbà yẹn ni wọ́n fi wá bá Pastor Kenny sọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn nídìí kan nínú
fún a certain community.
Fún a certain community pé torí pé a máa ń dìbò fún wọn. Ṣé kò yẹ kí a ní àǹfààní ẹ̀ òun ló wá ọ̀dà Pastor Kenny pé kó fóun nìkan nínú transformer yẹn tí a fi ní àǹfààní láti rí transformer yẹn gbà lọ́hùn ní ọjọ́ yẹn lọ́hùn.
Wàhálà máa wà ó láti lo iná.
Láti lo iná tí a dẹ̀ ń lò à ń sanwó kì í ṣe pé à ń lò lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ so wọ́n bìlì wa tí a dẹ̀ ń gba owó lọ́wọ́ wa so gbọ́dọ̀ jí pé balẹ̀ ṣe ń sanwó yẹn náà a rí ipa ẹ̀ ìgbà tí transformer yẹn dé ṣe mọ̀ pé àdúgbò wa ń gbà yẹn àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ torí wọn ò rí iná lò ìgbà tí transformer wa dé ẹlòmíì tó ti kọ́lé ẹ̀ lákọ̀ọ́kù ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe tí náà ti wà so migration ó wà ní explosive rate.
Wọ́n
bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí migrate.
Wọ́n ti kọ́lé àkọ́kù bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọ́lé.
Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sáré rọ̀ṣẹ̀ wọ́n parí ẹ̀ ìgbà tí iná ti wà. So ìgbà yẹn ló wá jẹ́ kí èrò wa pọ̀ ju iná tí ó wà nísìnyí lọ. Iná ló wá jẹ́ kí èrò pọ̀ lórí transformer yẹn ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Láti wá ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ pé kán fún wa ní relief transformer yẹn láti bí ọdún 6 sìn láti ṣe load shedding tó lè ṣe nǹkan kan lórí ẹ̀. Kódà gan ó ti dọ́ta sílẹ̀. Ó ti dá ọ̀tá sílẹ̀ torí Ọlọ́run ló kàn bá wa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tó fi rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn torí àwọn mo wà lára pass regime torí olórí esco kọ́sí dóńgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà ṣe wàhálà náà ló ṣe jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní òkè ká kó túlé ká kọ́ tún àwọn míì tó lè ṣe àwọn míì tó ń ṣe náà ní ojú kan náà ní láti jẹ́ òṣìjọ́ wà.
wọ́n ti lọ wọ́n ti rìn gbogbo letters lárí tẹ́ ti kọ́.
gbogbo letters kọ́ ju báyẹn lọ tí a bá tẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́tà sì mọ́ ní kékeré àwọn lọ rí business manager lónìí lọ rí undertaking lọ́la lọ rí gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́la gbogbo lọ sí jàǹkàrà lọ sí gbogbo ẹ̀ tábà kan lọ sí aláùsá lọ máa sá káàkiri
ìgbà tí ehoro bá ń sánú ihò.
èmi gan lè sọ nígbà tí àwọn chan pọ̀ ṣù transformer eléyìí ọjọ́ kan ẹnjìnà jíbọ́ta fẹ́ ní Ìkẹjà NEPA náà ṣe IKDC NEPA náà jẹ́ ńgbà yẹn PHCN tó ní ọmọ fún wa ní transformer mo lọ sí ọ́fíìsì ẹjọ́ kan òjò pa mí bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé nígbà tó jò yẹn ká mi mọ́nà mo ra umbrella atẹ́gùn òjò yẹn
ó ti gbá umbrella
lọ́wọ́ mi.
Jesus Christ.
so wàhálà tá a ṣe ìjọ yẹn ńgbà tí ma lọ ọ́fíìsì ọ̀gá yẹn mo tutù báyìí bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé lónìí èlò ni mò ń gbà tí mo fi wà mo ní community àsọfà iná lórí ẹ̀ promise pé ok tí transformer bá ti dé ló kọ orúkọ wa sí master list pé tí transformer bá ti dé but how God will have it ni pastor Kenny ṣe ra transformer gbà yẹn tá a fi rí eléyìí gbà.
so honourable Ikuforiji.
True honourable Ikuforiji la fi rí transformer yẹn gbà lọ́jọ́ yẹn lọ so náà ló kò tó wá lò sí la ṣe ń wá èmi so ẹjọ́ ọgbọ́n ọ̀nà tá a bá lè rìn tí transformer yẹn máa fi bọ́ sí i a lè mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ IKDC nìkan provide fún àwa customer Ikeja Electric.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí òfin ṣe sọ.
àwọn olóyè kan provide fún wọn. so ibi tó bá yẹ ti ní ká support fún wọn à á support ẹ̀. ok transformer ilé fúnra wa la dáwó tá a fi so transformer yẹn mọ́lẹ̀ torí wọ́n sọ wípé àwọn ò bá wa dá sí àwọn kọ́ làwọn ni kódà gan tí a bá wọnú file nínú ìwé tí wọ́n ní ká ṣèwé fún àwọn wípé a ti release transformer yẹn fún Ikeja Electric kan tó lè bá wa so transformer yẹn mọ́lẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ yẹn lọ́hùn so sí ìgbà yẹn gbé wọ́n lè ń gbowó lórí ẹ̀ kí ló dé tí wọ́n ṣe lè tún ṣe èmi fún wa láti lè ràn wá lọ́wọ́ so a bá wọn jà a lè ní nǹkan kan láti bá wọn ṣùgbọ́n kọ́ bá wa
wọ́n ṣe òtítọ́
pẹ̀lú wa I need the prepaid meter I need the transformer lè dúpẹ́ kọ́ bá wa change kọ́ wá lómi tó lè ṣiṣẹ́ dáa ju
tó níwà tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ bó ṣe ń báyàn sọ̀rọ̀ tí kò ní sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn èèyàn jákujáku.
torí gbogbo àdúgbò wa ń sìn lè rí ilé méjì kẹ́ má rí kọ́mẹ̀ntì kan.
fàdùgbọ́n tá a gbọ́ gan ẹ̀rú bà wá àwọn mí tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ìyá àgbàlagbà tó ń tẹ̀fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn tó ń dìde wá gan tẹ́sẹ̀ ń ro wọ́n Dúpẹ́ yìí náà ṣe ni.
ẹ wo màmá tán wà nílé yìí n tó fojú màmá yẹn rí màmá bá pé màmá jáde.
ní màmá yẹn tún rí challenge.
o tó fojú
ìjádọ̀dọ̀ màmá yẹn ìjádọ̀dọ̀ wọn ìyẹn Dúpẹ́ yìí kan náà. ìyẹn pé ojú màmá yìí náà rí lọ́wọ́ Dúpẹ́.
ojú màmá rí lọ́wọ́ Dúpẹ́.
pé
lórí ọ̀rọ̀ iná Ọlọ́run ló gbé àwọn ọmọ màmá dìde.
màmá ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o ẹ káàárọ̀ ọjọ́ yẹn dalẹ̀ a gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń fi ojú yín rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ iná ni lógbó àwa gbọ́gbẹ́ yìí lẹ̀ ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi ètò fún iná wọ́n tún fìyà jẹ yín wọ́n ní Dúpẹ́ kan tún máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí yín bí ìgbà tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ sọmọ kékeré.
kábíyèsí o Olúwa kó gbàdúrà wa.
àmín Jésù.
èmi ò mọ ẹgbẹ́ èèyàn fi sùn ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run ọba mọ ohun tí èèyàn mọ̀ sẹ́ẹ̀rí oṣù tó kọjá tó kọjá ni màá sọ yìí mo strong nínú ilé ara mi ò yá.
Ọlọ́run ti fún yín lálàáfíà lórúkọ Jésù.
mi Kristi àwọn ọmọ òṣìṣẹ́ ńlé àwọn NEPA dé wọ́n béèrè pé ìwé mi dà mo sì jáde mo lọ mú ìwé NEPA tí mo ti fi sanwó ní ọjà bàbá wọnú ni mo sanwó fún Ọlọ́run tó yọ mí ni wípé kí n sanwó sí àràǹdì tó bá jẹ́ pé ibi tí mo ti máa ń lọ sanwó tẹ́lẹ̀ ni mo sanwó sí Dúpẹ́ ìbá fi ojú mi rí 12 mo wá sọ fún àwọn NEPA pé ó rẹ̀ mí o mo sì kí o ní ìyẹn tó ṣù tó kọjá ó rẹ̀ mí mi ò lágbára ṣùgbọ́n torí pé mi mọ ẹni tó ń kanlẹ̀kùn ni mo fi jáde wọ́n sì ní ìwé NEPA làwọn béèrè mo sì lọ mú fún wọn nígbà tí mo mú ìwé yẹn fún wọn wọ́n ní màmá 3,000 lẹ́sàn mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ní ohun tí mo rí nínú ìwé NEPA ni mo lọ san ó tẹ̀ tó ń ju ohun tí mo bá ń bẹ̀ lọ ṣùgbọ́n mo san torí 5,000 ni mo máa ń san ní oṣooṣù iná ò sì káàkiri ilé mi yìí o dáàdì wá sì ti kún sí ń lọ bí ọdún 11 sẹ́yìn mi sì ó mà ṣe o ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kódà obìnrin kan tó wà ń bí ìyẹn ìyá tún mi ṣe ó dá sí ẹ wo mo ti ń gbọ̀n báyìí ibẹ̀ yẹn ni mo wólẹ̀ sí ibi ìkíní ibẹ̀ yẹn ni mo ṣubú sí obìnrin yẹn ló ń sọ wípé ẹ̀ sì wo màmá yìí ṣé bó lóun ti sanwó Ẹniọlá mi ọmọ mi tó wà lọ́dọ̀ mi ìyẹn wá ti dé ni mo bá sọ fún Ẹniọlá lọ pé bàbá wọnú fún mi ṣé bóun ni mo sanwó fún.
ní service station wọn lọ́hùn.
níbi tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ pé fún mi ó bá lọ pé ìyẹn ní màmá yìí ti sanwó ńgbà tí Dúpẹ́ máa tún sọ fún mi ó ní tóṣù tó kọjá lọ́hùn tí mo san 5,000 ó ní kò wọlé o màmá o kò wọlé mo ní ṣé èmi ni mo dá dúró ni wọ́n ti fún mi ní rìsíìtì
Jesus Christ.
ẹ wo owó tí wọ́n ní kó dání ìgbà tá a sọ́mà 60,000 ni mo san 60,000.
nílé yìí kékeré nílé kékeré.
kò sí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ Dúpẹ́ máa ń wọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì Dúpẹ́ máa ń wọ
tó fi rí gbogbo ta.
ìyá Dúpẹ́ ó máa ń wọlé ó wọ gbogbo inú ilé mi ó tún ní màmá ẹ jẹ́ káwọn bá mi wá tẹ́nàntì tó máa bá mi gbélé ilé yìí mi gbà bàbá wọn.
Dúpẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Ikeja Electric ó tún sọ fún òun fẹ́ gba tẹ́nàntì.
ó ní káwọn bá mi wá tẹ́nàntì.
èló ló gbà.
ó gba 10,000 kò fi sínú àkáǹtì.
ó gba 10,000.
lọ́wọ́ wa kò máìnà sẹ́kúrò.
sílẹ̀ kò tún sanwó náà mo lọ bá chairman.
yín ló gba 10,000 kò fi sí àkáǹtì.
mi ò rí i mo lọ bá chairman Dúpẹ́ ò lè lọ ilẹ̀ sì ti ṣú lóru ó lọ jókòó síta lọ́hùn ó lọ jókòó síbẹ̀.
tó ní ṣe rédíò káàkiri.
ó wá dúró dè mí toró jáná ó sì ti gba 10,000 wọn sì tún so náà mi mo bá kígbe lọ bá chairman tó wà lọ́hùn tí wọ́n pè ní chairman fún wa ní àkáǹtì ń bí mo ní ẹ̀ wá gbà mí oorun mo ti lọ sanwó ó dẹ̀ kejì o ó ti dẹ̀ kejì tó ṣerú ẹ̀ fún mi tí mo sanwó tó ọmọ yìí tó wá máa wo mọ́ mi ṣùgbọ́n tà kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ mo sọ mo ní ṣe bóbìnrin ni ẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀ tó bí ẹ̀ ṣe bóbìnrin ni mo ní òsì máa rojọ́ ọ̀la èmi náà lọ́kọ̀ ọkọ mi ti kú ni ẹ jọ ibẹ̀ mo sùn sí ẹ̀mí mi ti lọ fún yìí tó kọjá yìí ó wá tún sọ wípé èyí tí mo san 5,000 ó ní kò wọlé ara mi ò sì yá wọ́n fi ojú mi rí láti ìgbà tí bàbá yìí ti kú o kò sì sẹ́ni tí ó wà láyé tí kò lè kú mo sọ fún wọn mo ní nítorí pé téèyàn bá ń dájọ́ téèyàn bá fẹ́ kó àjọ á dá fún ẹni tó máa kó kóun náà tó kó mo ní tí mo ka NEPA sí nìyẹn àjọ ni mo kà á sí bí mi jẹun máa sanwó NEPA síbẹ̀ yìí nira wàhálà ó ti pọ̀ jù mo jẹ́ mi mú máa sanwó NEPA mo ti san ti oṣù tí a wà nù ẹ̀yìn sí mo ti san o 5,000 mo ti san ńgbà táwọn kẹjà sì dé tó ń béèrè mo ní mo ti san ṣùgbọ́n ìyà yìí pọ̀ wọn ò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ kéèyàn kó fọ́ sẹ́nu ọkọ mi ò sí ní ó ti kú àwọn ọmọ mi tí mo ní wọn ò lágbára wọn kéré wọn ò lágbára n tó wọ Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣe nítorí náà ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ gbà mí lọ́wọ́ NEPA o.
lọ́wọ́ Dúpẹ́.
Dúpẹ́
máa gbẹ̀sùn ẹ̀. Dúpẹ́ àgbẹ̀sùn ẹ̀ o. Dúpẹ́ tó ṣe fún àgbàlagbà fún arúgbó fún ọmọdé Dúpẹ́ àgbẹ̀sùn ẹ̀.
àmín ọmọ yín ní Dúpẹ́ àgbẹ̀sùn nǹkan tó ṣe fún àgbàlagbà fún arúgbó àtọmọdé.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
ojú wọn hàn ìmọ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èmi náà sì sọ fún pé tó bá ní ìyá tó òun gan sì jẹ́ obìnrin kó má gbàgbé torí pé Ọlọ́run ẹ̀san lèmi ń sìn èmi ò ní agbára mi nípa mi ìlà ẹ wo ẹ̀mẹ̀wá ni màá wọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kò sì sí náà NEPA ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì nísìnyí àwọn NEPA ti wá gbé tìyìn wọ́n wá sọ fún mi wípé ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì o tí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ò bá wá sí ń bẹ o 150 something ni màá san owó kíni.
150,000.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn pásọ̀ ló wá gbé jẹnẹrétọ̀ lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta torí náà ò sí lọ́dọ̀ wọn ni wọ́n fi ń tanná ibi ni jẹnẹrétọ̀ ń gbé lálẹ́ ìsìn èní tí wọ́n bá wá ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọ́n á fi mọ́tò báyìí wọ́n á fi gbé jẹnẹrétọ̀ wá níwọ̀nba àgbà tí wọ́n nídìí ẹ̀nú ilé wọn síbẹ̀ tọ́pẹ́ Dúpẹ́ yẹn kò jẹ́ kéèyàn sinmi náà kan mi ẹ gbà mí ẹ jọ̀wọ́ 100,000 50 naira 50,000 tí màá san yẹn owó kí ló dúró fún ó ní wọ́n ṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ mo ní èmi kọ́ ló ṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ fún o ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ṣàánú Nàìjíríà yìí kò le tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá sì le tó bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run le jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ láti borí ohun ìṣòro ayé mi.
tẹ́ bá rí President Buhari báyìí tẹ́ rí lójúkòrójú kí lè máa sọ fún lórí ọ̀rọ̀ iná yìí.
ohun tí mò ń sọ ẹni máa sọ fún Buhari Ọlọ́run ló ní ìmọ́lẹ̀ ọlọ́run kò sì fi ìmọ́lẹ̀ jẹ ẹnikẹ́ni níyà ọlọ́run kò dá òkùnkùn fún ẹnìkan kò dá ìmọ́lẹ̀ fún ẹnìkan àtẹni tó dá àtẹni tó kù kí àtó gbogbo ayé lọ́lọ́run máa ń fi ìmọ́lẹ̀ yíká nítorí náà ká jẹ́ kí òkùnkùn kó mọ níwọ̀nba lórí ilẹ̀ alààyè ká jẹ́ kí òkùnkùn kó mọ níwọ̀n nọ́mbà 1 tá a bá ní ká wọnú ìwé ọlọ́run kò sí nǹkan tó tóbi ju ìfẹ́ lọ lẹ́yìn ìfẹ́ ká gba mẹ̀kúnnù ẹ wo àwọn ọmọ wẹ́wẹ́ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ mi.
àwọn ọmọ yín.
dáàdi wa àwọn ọmọ àdúgbò ni.
àwọn ọmọ àdúgbò.
àwọn ọmọ mi kankan tẹ̀ sínú àwọn ń bẹ̀ yẹn àwọn ọmọ àbí ṣé ń rí wọn àwọn ọmọ àdúgbò ni.
ìgbà tó ń ròyìn pé ìyà tó jẹ yín lérí àì ni mo ṣe bẹ̀ dáàdi pé ẹ jẹ́ ká wá.
ó pọ̀ jù ìyà pàápàá iná dúpẹ́ lọ lórí ogun.
ní àdúgbò gbẹgbẹ yìí.
ní tèmi ní ọ̀dọ̀
ní Ikeja Electric.
tìbí ni mo wí o.
nǹkan tẹ wà tán pè ní David kí lórúkọ ẹ Tòkunbọ̀ David ní the other side ní side ilẹ̀ Rato Meiran bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn ti pariwo yẹn náà pé ó gbógun ti àwọn náà.
ṣé ẹni tí dúpẹ́ bá wà ní ìdúró sí ohun tí mò ń sọ yìí máa sọ ọ́ mo ti sanwó ní òde kẹ́ni òde kejì tọ́mọ yìí ṣe wá máa fún ìyá ẹ̀ lọ́rùn láì ṣe mí ṣùgbọ́n èyí tó wá gbẹ̀yìn mo sọ fún pé dúpẹ́ ṣé wọ́n ní o wá já òkun ẹ̀mí mi ni ìwọ kọ́ ló fún mi ọlọ́run ló fún mi ní ẹ̀mí mi tí ò bá ti ìgbà kò sẹ́ni tó máa gbà á torí mo dúró nínú Kristi mi ò léwé mi ò légbò mi ò lólùgbèjà ọkọ mi ti kú mi sì léèyàn ń bí ọmọ oríṣi ni mí wọ́n tún máa jẹ mí níyà nílùú mi ìlú bàbá mi ìlú ìyá mi dúpẹ́ tìbí kan wá ni o ó wá ń forúkọ ìjọba jẹ èèyàn níyà ẹ rí i pé ó kù kí a tó.
ọlọmọ Èkìtì ni.
ọmọ Èkìtì ni dúpẹ́ ó sì wá jèmi ọmọ nílẹ̀ ní ìyá mi bàbá mi Àwórì kí ti gbé ni mí ó sì ń gbére lójoojúmọ́ ọmọ kan wá ti ìlú kan wá a tún máa halẹ̀ mọ́ mi ní ìlú mi ẹ bá wa sọ ẹjọ́ ẹ gbà wá lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ohun tó fi ṣe olórí òun ti gbàgbé irú àwọn amánì ó ti gbàgbé Gòláyátì
àtàyè tó fẹ́ lè.
níwájú Dáfídì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbẹ́ẹ̀kọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà.
nítorí náà kó máa rántí ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àwọn amáni ńgbà náà kó rántí ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Gòláyátì kó mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ṣe rere ni Ọlọ́run fẹ́ ṣe rere Jésù á ràn wá lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú yẹn ìmọ́lẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ní tọ́nà ayé wa ní òró ń gbẹ́kẹ̀lé ẹlẹ́dàá mi ni ogun ọ̀run ni mò ń pè lójoojúmọ́ ó ń gbèjà èèyàn Jésù ń gbèjà èèyàn orúkọ Jésù ní tán lẹ́nu wa.
àmín orúkọ yín mà.
orúkọ mi Mrs. Dada ni orúkọ tí mo.
ṣeun gan ojú òní tí yín lágbára Ọlọ́run àfún yín lálàáfíà gbogbo wọn tẹ́ sọ ní ìjọba máa gbọ́ mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn tó ní agbára tó ní ẹ̀tọ́ láti dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí wọ́n dá sí Dúpẹ́ náà ẹ kì í ó gbúrẹ̀ mọ́ nígbà tó bá yá.
àmín lórúkọ Jésù bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yóò rí àṣẹ ogun ọ̀run gun orí ẹ̀ ó sì ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nípa ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù Kristi ẹ ṣe ní ají ṣe àṣeyè lẹ́ máa ṣe ẹ ní ṣàṣekọsẹ̀ o ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù àṣìjìbò yín kò sẹ́ni tó mọ orúkọ Ọlọ́run tí ò ní rí ìgbàlà Ọlọ́run á dúró tì yín ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
God bless you. So we came to the community and we are so shocked what we have heard the testimony about lights about one Dupe Ikeja Electric staff that is disturbing you, sir. What is your experience and how have you been in this community under Meiran 2 development area?
So, Alhamdulillah, my name is Alhaji Sirikin Hausa Agbado Okeodo.
Alhamdulillah.
General. So I thank God. They come, why come? They pay. The thing they do here is very bad to me.
That's Dupe.
Dupe.
From Ikeja Electric.
Me, I don't know another person. The time here I want to open the market here, Dupe he called me, say he not get to register to market for light. Dupe he say how much light? Dupe he say make you pay 15,000. I pay 15,000. Where the paper? No, give me paper.
No receipt.
No receipt. Go come.
That was which year be that?
Don't reach 2 years. But Moloba Tekpe mo yari gan mo pariwo itia one paper because you know say I never go school itia paper fake paper give me
Fake paper.
yeah fake paper you can't give me I carry paper if I no go school my pikin no inside 7 I get 7 pikin the one I get waiting the column certificate master degree all my pikin get master degree I carry the paper go I show him say my baba sorry oh this is who give you say na tekpe he give me say na Dupe he say na NEPA baba go return am I catch pick Dupe here I say Dupe take your paper the thing you do am for me it cost me because he know say I never go if I no go school my pikin never go.
Your pikin you don go now you don raise educated citizen.
82 years my I get pikin the one dey reach 55.
Wow.
Pikin he say take me ko fún mi ní owó bóyá I dey carry go Alhaji I carry Dupe go Alhaji only okay no problem he go repair am since that day I never see Dupe.
Dupe dey dodge you.
I dodge me if he see me the place I dey kpakpa dodge he no dey pass that place. I say okay no problem one day inshallah I go catch am. One day I catch am for bus stop Dupe the thing he do am for me he cost me. I say I no call baba I no go call I say he cost me now because he know say I never go school. All my age he dey for Abuja the one me and him dey go ABCD he dey for Abuja. Ainel anybody you know Ainel Alhaji Tahiru Jega it's the same house me and him enter school ABCD I come out I never read anything I come out where I dey now he dey Abuja.
Yeah, Tahiru Jega.
Tahiru Jega.
Former INEC chairman.
Yes.
Very good man.
Yes.
From Kano.
Yes. So Sokoto Jega. I said Dupe, give me my money. He said don't worry, he go repair the paper.
Go repair the paper, not the
repair the no be money.
The money don't enter voicemail.
Yes, money don't go. You don't enter. Atego ogbekuro. One okay, no problem. Mo rí pé biti mo dàgbà kódà kí n bá Uma ìjà ní bus stop jẹ́ ká pile one day I go catch and go Alhaji. Since now I never see if you see me in the doja
I mean they use juju they dodge you.
I don't know whether you get juju to dodge me I don't know because if it's I know the science since that day. If na juju not true whether not true. So juju I know show juju because of me leader like me all agbado okeodo. If he say he see me yesterday he no go know me. The cloth the one you wear he no go know say na me. So this is community I follow community. He give me respect. Me, I give the community respect.
Yes.
Anyway, I see now community make me come be Seriki. I know be only me. He like Seriki house, Agbado, Okeodo. He there plenty.
Yes.
Me, I no get money, but the time I go interview, I don't win because of waiting. I Sabi road. The my certificate I carry and go Lambe, Baba Lambe, Sarki Jai, he sign. Kabesi, he sign my certificate. Ablegba, this thing, he sign my Urile, he sign my certificate. All the Kabesi the one they here. Before he carry certificate and go to house, say okay, see, because of this place I know be like. Itoba peje oye ìlú Yorùbá ló máa kọ́kọ́ jáde kó máa sign fún otigba CDA, he don't say, I get paper CDA, Lagos State CDA. He give me paper. He don't read, he don't say, let's go to do Seriki, Hausa, Agbado, Kyodo.
So now only Dupe give you fake paper now?
Only Dupe he give me fake paper. Paper, you know, say, you know, I never go school. So, you know, say, I never go school, they pay me, I know be small.
They pay you?
They pay me. That's all this my certificate. But I know, inshallah, I know go get Pekin. I born 33 Pekin.
Allah Akbar.
When a day per life, 32.
Allah Akbar.
All, if you speak English, small, if you speak English, you now, you think you say now,
Allah Akbar.
So, they pay, he can't teach me. I say, okay, no problem. One day. Inshallah.
That's Dupe from Ikeja Electric. Teach you.
So inshallah.
Take paper after collecting 15,000.
After I collected 15,000, he give me picky paper. He say he want repair. He can't give me picky paper again. I carry and go give my picking. He say, Baba, sorry. Oh. So I said, Baba, you never go to school. This one, now you're right now. I said, okay, no problem.
The paper no get logo of Ikeja Electric, no get logo of NEPA,
no get whether
logo of local government.
Whether you want to lorry or kick him, whether he kick him for road, you can't write him for me. If you write anything for me, I will never go to school. I go greener. Wow. So, but now I thank God say anywhere I see paper now. If I want to give you receipt for shop, I go call my picking inside. Read them. If you read them, bang. If in my office for my palace, it is for Gatankowa, yeah. My palace is there. Akonebe, my palace is there. Anything is there, I get secretary, you go write down. I get a officer police the way they stay with me. It is there now. If you reach my palace, you will see police stay. I thank God say anything Agbade want to do about his this thing security. Yes. Are they inside? Kabesi they inside. All the Kabesi many Agbade okay they together. They follow together. I thank God.
Before we round up, this Ikeja Electric, how will you describe their service for this area with the way people they cry? How do you think? How you describe them as a Nigerian, as somebody? Do you think they are good?
Nigeria, thank you. But Ikeja is different for here.
Ikeja Electric.
My office is there for Allen Junction. That Alade Market, na me bidam. Alade Market, Ikeja. That old out. Yes, old Alade Market, na me bidam. Me and Iyaru Lisiwa. And Eto Bishade. Okay. Kilo onkwe Eto Bishade.
Sade Tinubu.
Tinubu.
Then Alaja. Emi kolu Alaja, kolu Shade, Alaja Shade. Na me bidi Alade Market. And he don't they call and say, Baba Oja Alade Market. It's me. It's different because of that place. You know, not only these people in the Wahalara. Some people, if you do meeting finish, anybody, you don't throw them, you don't go by that. So, you see this area, it be like you know get support. And association.
Yes. Support. Because if we get support, you know support to do bill like this.
They're not supposed to give people crazy bill.
Yes, you get a crazy bill. After crazy bill, I go in no light. If you collect money, if you see and say you carry people today, collect the if you give a light, pam, wallahi people in the lap. You say tomorrow you don't see light 1 hour be. Tomorrow you go see Akaba. You go begin the waka. Ikeja I know be like that. Ikeja, you know, say open eye in Ikeja.
That's Ikeja area.
Abani Akwebi.
Alausa.
Yes. Oh, now only way. This thing. No teaching. No cheating. Since now, my lord, you depot. Waiting the call. Tantalizer up. My office is there. All my area there. I pay, but I no stay there. But Ikeja is different for you. Ikeja is open eye, go shout, go meet them for Alausa. he go say no light, no thing. He go collect my money every day. For what? For what? Chimon tabasu amaji. So here, anybody in the morning you go work. Anybody you go work. If you chichi your pikin, you no go, Baba you no go talk.
Yes, you teach your pikin, teach your wife.
Teach your wife.
Baba no fit talk.
Nobody if you stand up, this one never ready. For this area be that.
No coordination.
No coordination.
No support.
No support.
No agreement.
Yes, no agreement. If you go a new garage Abeokuta, now me beat that new garage.
Allah Akbar.
Tuli gate, now me beat them.
Allah Akbar.
Gate, now me beat them. So I thank God. Our day tipper.
Tipper garage.
Tipper. If you go up some more, you go see market like this.
Yes, sir.
Now me beat them.
Allah Akbar.
So before I come beat this one, this one, about today,
yes.
I don't stop and by here. So all that I never see like this area. Anybody a chichi person for there, you go open mouth say no light, nothing. Who the money are they collect give you? Punka it go begin the waka what to land back.
Dupe.
Dupe.
What
to land back. If you give them money, you go put her inside Laila. No, this I don't see receipt. I don't see anything. If it say a lie, make you carry and come face to face. Make you come meet me. Whether you get juju, you know get juju, juju, work to. I know be me. I know me the one I leader many parang jega I leader some people. Parang here, Pashew Gani Adam. You know me, Gani Adam. You know me. Arewa youth leader. Gani Adam, Pashew, all, you know me.
Yes, late Baba Pashew.
Baba Pashew, Baba Pashew, yeah. He don't die.
Yes, Pashew.
God bless him. Inshallah, you know me. Share the person, he go leader, if you do Madisi, I dey laugh for you. I dey laugh for you, Madisi. I know be me. Go do, if you do one for me today, tomorrow you go see, he don't catch you. If it's not better, you do one for me, you go see better, he go catch you tomorrow.
If not bad,
if it's not bad thing, you go do one for me.
Lord go dey come out for the nose.
Wallahi, you go come out. Inshallah, anything you do one for me, you go see. Because I lead them many places.
You lead them with truth, with righteousness.
I lead them.
No cheat them.
No cheat. Man, take by 8% I lie. Make it take by come.
Dupe.
Make
Dupe face you.
Yes, make it face. Make it come to me.
The 15,000 you give him, it enter voicemail.
The
paper he give you na fake. Na dodge you can't take leave. Run away from you.
Anabasia Sisna.
Dupe Ikeja Electric.
And Anabasia.
That mama complain say he won't kill am. Anytime I come, mama go catch fever, go dey shake.
Me, Pete tell me like that. Because one day he think he say me at that Marland one the fear. Me, I know the fear. I get respect. The person that give me respect. If he give me respect, well, I can take my wife. I know the fight.
If he give you respect, you dash on your wife.
If you come want to fight, say you won't fight me. Wallahi, it's too small. I know the fear that one at all. So, Ponka you do all like this for me. I say I know the busy. But if you do like this for you, I can harass you here.
That's Dupe.
Yes. I can harass you any police station for all Lagos State. EIG Papa, a day here with EIG. For an EIG Leash Commissioner.
Yes now. Yeah, I don't see him. AIG, yes. AIG Zone 2.
Is this one go?
DCB. That is DCB. They don't Commissioner of Police.
This one go?
But that's Commissioner of Police.
This one go?
Different police. This commander.
Commander area. Command area. All this country the one a day here. Baba Shehu, all Lagos State a day here. Now I mean the salary you won't do that. Just if I like, I go leave them for you. Yeah. If I don't like, I go report you for here. Say make it help me. You go see win here. And I tell you, Dupe he can't dupe you. You can't dupe me. Don't go. I say, okay, no problem. Go today. See the thing the way you do for me today. Now, I quarter Lagos State.
Go here.
You go here. Yes. If you say I like, call it. That's why you come here.
On the last note, sir, Alhaji, because you don't serve Nigeria. You are 82 years. 82 years. You don't serve. You be Baba. You be elder senior citizen. If you meet President Buhari now, what you go tell him? Make you do about this issue of power, light, where they know they give people, where they cheat people.
So you see, this it be like a don't born Pekin too. Who be one senior? Inside 2 Pekin, the one you born today. Why you don't born 2 children? Which one senior?
The one will come first.
First?
Yes.
Okay. First one, the thing Buhari want to do, that kill Nigeria. People, you don't tire. You don't tire that kill. He go call the person, say, he will call the soldier, say, come, see these people. Na kidnapper. Soldier, he carry this thing wrong. Civilian, where you go? Make it this one senior, make you do on face. Light number 2 be that. Light number 2. Because Tabatiyo, I know they remember everything. Now light I will remember. But if you don't get the believe and the sit and chop, you
run at us.
Here, boom, boom. Angry, they fire me. But I hear that place say, I hear boom.
Gunshots.
At the shop?
No go chop.
I know the chop. I know the remember light. Make it this killy stop for Nigeria. If you killy Nigeria stop, you go remember
light.
But no, well, light, you know, if you get food, I don't tell you something. If you give you food, correct food, you don't put one, after I hear boom, it will be
the food will disappear.
Okay, if you chop your belly full, what do you remember? Huh?
Yeah, they enjoy.
Light.
Under light.
No, this is light is number 2. So all this one you know they make you Buhari, I beg you, make you Buhari remember this security idea for anywhere. Anybody come down, I beg, help me stop them.
Insecurity should be stopped first.
So
of light. Number 2 important.
Number 2 be that for Nigeria. Anything you want give me, make you give me Alapia first. Alapia in Ojugogo Tukulo.
Alafia Jugo Tokulo.
Yes. So,
just tell us your full name, sir. Alhaji.
Full my name.
Yes,
Alhaji Sani Jega. Yeah. Alhaji Sani Jega. King Hausa Agbado Okeodo.
Munji dadi de mungenka yao munche muna gode Allah che ke kuma kana nan ke kuma kai soho a cikin wannan gari a cikin Nigeria kana yi duka abubuwa da yana chow duka yara mu suna kalonka suna sun sani ce da kai da kana nan zaka yi magana mai kyau.
Gaskiya ne. To alhamdulillah ni na ji daɗi na dai baka samfur ɗin light na kuma baka ɗin samfur ɗin kilikili. If you stop kilikili, you remember light. If you light, you go remember food. But your food, you know go chop. Mama, the thing you know cool. Anybody now if you see amala and teba here and encourage your tutu, you know go chop like this. You go begin the sit down. Okay, if you hear boom.
Akwai abiniga mutum zai
akwai abiniga ba za ka ci ba.
Zan ci ba.
Sai ka ruga ka bar food. Kai kudi in kana da bandur in ka ga bindiga ka ya so ka ruga. Haka ne?
Ba maso.
To ka gani to kada ka Allah ya kai mu haka.
Amin.
Saboda haka abinda muke so ubangiji Allah ya gyara muna Allah kuma ya gyara mana, Allah kuma ya tsare mu, Allah ya kiyaye mu.
Amin.
To ya aka yi kuma.
Mun gode Allah, mun gode ka Alhaji sai
wata abin nan da election din za ta zo. Allah ya zaɓa mana na kwarai.
Amin. Election 2023.
Wanda an na kwarai Allah ka san shi. Allah ka san na kwarai, Allah ka kawo mana na kwarai.
Amin.
Mu Allah ba mu san na kwarai ba. Allah ba mu san na kwarai ba. Allah ba mu san na kwarai ba. Allah ka kawo mana na kwarai mai kyau.
Amin.
Allah ka kawo mana na kwarai.
Amin. Shugaban kasa da kirki.
Kasa na kirki Allah ubangiji ya kawo mana shi. Gwamna na kirki Allah ya kawo mana shi.
Amin.
Shikenan.
Nangode baba, nangode.
Madalla. To sai an jama. To madalla.
Ìkìlẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ nípa ti Dúpẹ́ nítorí adé àdúgbò àrí gbogbo wàhálà tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ìlà ìlò wò fún ọ̀ràn níná owó tó dẹ̀ ń gbé owó gọbọi owó gbẹ̀mí kí ni ẹ rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tó ń gbé ní àdúgbò ní agbègbè yìí.
A rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wà tá a rí bàbá mi ẹni ìgbà tí NEPA bá ti fún wa níná gbogbo ohun tá à ń ṣe bísíǹsì ó di dẹnu kọlẹ̀ ara chicken tọ́kì yóò bàjẹ́ minerals kò lè tutù kò sí ice block tá a lè fi ṣe pé bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan fẹ́ ṣe pàtí ẹ̀ wá bá ice block àdóhùn sọ ní ọdẹ pàdé gbogbo ọgbọ ìwà kúrò mi máa sọ 5,000 ẹni sori mo lo flat mo lo iná bọ́ọ̀bù pẹ̀lú fáànù ní sọ máa sọ 5,000 ẹni torí pé fáànù ni mo ń lò náà fáànù pẹ̀lú bọ́ọ̀bù ló wà ní ẹni onú ilé mi.
5,000 per month.
wọ́n ní mo sọ per month wọ́n ní Dúpẹ́ kan ní wọ́n ní ọmọ babaláwo ní ogun ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ abẹ́ ti sí ní wẹ́rẹ́ kò sẹ́ni tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ àfọ̀hún nìkan.
ìyẹn Dúpẹ́ Ikeja Electric.
electric so wà lẹ́ẹ̀pọ̀ jù bílí tó gbé fún wa ó wá ń kà wá ń bá wọn kalẹ̀ a máa gbá ń ka rúùmù. a máa
wọnú ilé wa.
a máa ka rúùmù wọ́n lo wọ́n pọ́ǹpù wọ́n pọ́ǹpù omi wọ́n lo chini wọ́n ti gbogbo ẹ̀ a máa kọ bílì gọbọi a máa gbé.
estimated billing.
Yes.
láì ṣe prepare meter.
o kàn ṣe prepare meter.
láì ṣe cap methodology.
bẹ́ẹ̀ àfi tẹ́ bá bribe wọn.
òun gbẹ́ ibẹ̀.
òun gbẹ́ ibẹ̀ àfi tẹ́ bá bribe wọn.
èlò ló máa ń gbà.
àgbà 2,000 lélẹ̀.
wọ́n lè gba 5,000.
ní àwọn environment mi wọ́n lè wọlé bí márùn lọ 2,000 bí 3,000 wọ́n á kówó jẹjọ́ á kó sápò wọn. àwọn bíi tó wà nílẹ̀ àwọn àbádọ́ táwọn bá ti fọ́n 3,000 2,000 láti rówó tí wọ́n ẹ̀gùn jẹ wọn tó máa fọ bíà tó bá dé máa wò bíà lọ́n lọ fi mu. ìpẹpẹ súpù ń tọ́ lọ fowó jẹ nìyẹn. wọ́n wà ní jẹ́kádà.
bí tóní tẹ́lẹ̀ tóní tó wà ní abúlé tẹ́lọ̀ bí yẹn ṣe mú bíà káàkiri kó ló pé Ọlọ́run wá gbẹ̀san lára ẹ̀.
bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ kẹjàgá nìyẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ wà mú iná yín wà nílé ẹ̀sìn ilé wọ́n ti já àti eré bọ́lẹ̀ kẹtọdé.
láláì kọ̀wé láláì sọ fún yín.
under òfin Nàìjíríà 1 3 months after ní kẹlẹ ọjà náà wọn ẹ̀yin ò ní gbẹ́bẹ̀ nígbà kankan ẹ̀kọ́ máa ń mú náà bẹ̀ sí máa rí ládùúgbò a lè lọ́ṣọ́ a lè ṣe anything a lè rí iná ṣe kankan iná mọ́gbọ́n wa náà low current kò wúlò ẹ̀mẹ́sà báyìí àjọ máa ń fagídá jọ ń jà ó kúkọ́ ẹjọ́ búlọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ ká máa lura wa.
láńlọ́ọ̀dù yín láńlọ́ọ̀dù àgbàlagbà tí ó kọ́ wọ́n lè máa fẹ́ nà yẹn.
ilé ìbáwọn pàpàpín ni àbí àbámi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ oníṣẹ́ pàpàpín ni.
wọ́n ní gbogbo àmọ̀ ṣàpàpín pẹ̀lú Dúpẹ́ ni.
ilé wàhálà ṣe wá tó yìí.
wọ́n ti dájàlẹ̀ láàrin láńlọ́ọ̀dù àti tẹ́nà.
ẹ ti pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ.
wọ́n fẹ́ sọ àwọn èèyàn dẹ́dọ̀ arinlẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
wàhálà kọ́ nílò ẹ bá wa rí sẹ́yìn nípa àtẹ̀tí lèmi sọ pé bí n ti bá kọ́lé tèmi má parí ẹ̀ mi ní pé nígbà kó bá mi faná sílé mi o má má rí jẹnẹrétọ̀ torí wàhálà wọn ti pọ̀ jù.
Ikeja Electric.
gbogbo lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní mi mọ electric tẹ́ ń pè PHCN ó ti kó lọ́ndà government private sector ní èyí ò dẹ́dá jà wàhálà owó tẹ̀ èyí tí wọ́n wá gan wá tún gbélé lórí kẹtù sọ by force wọ́n jáná bọ́ọ̀lù oṣù kan wọ́n ti gbé bílì wa mo ní àbádú bílì wọ̀ ẹ̀gbá yẹn ẹni láti gba bílì gbà tó àfọ àná náà tábìlì gba bílì ọwọ́ wọn mi sọ kí ni sọ $1 èyí ló máa san.
bàbá Alhaji sọ bó tẹ gbá wọn bó tún fún àwọn ní fake receipt.
àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ oníkálukú pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ṣe ń dín pẹ̀lú nílé oníkálukú ni
Dúpẹ́ ikọ̀ náà.
èyí tó fèsì àwa làwọn sọ nípa ẹ̀ nìyẹn gbà tẹ́ bá fún wa ní iná tẹ̀dẹ̀ wà kọ́ bílì tẹ̀ sẹ́ni bílì sí wa ká máa sanwó jẹ̀tàrà tí kì í ṣe government property mọ́ tó ti wẹ́ pé àwọn kan ti rà tẹ́lẹ̀ náírà tuta àwa ilé ìlà fún Tógò nínú wọn dà wà fún kó sọ nínú owó tẹ̀ ń pa láwọn yìí nípa wọlé kó sí.
àti Ghana.
ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ gbogbo lọ́wọ́ yín lórí kan Buhari kan bá sọ̀rọ̀ kí Buhari kan bí tẹ́ bá pé wọn nípa sí Nàìjíríà gbé jáde fún wa àwọn kàìdá ìka ní gbogbo wọn.
ẹ bá rí Buhari wà náà wọn kílẹ̀ mọ́.
bàbá sọ ipe Buhari tó ń kówó nípa síbo ló wà wọ́n sáré pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì bílù bá bàjẹ́ ìwọlé máa bí twice with Buhari á bí ẹ léèrè kò sí tẹ́ bá fi mi ṣe o kò sí tẹ́ bá fi mi ṣe a máa sọ tọrọ fúnra wa ẹ wá ní wọn join party gbèrè pati sẹ ko ṣẹlẹ̀ nbala ìbàlùjẹ gbogbo lórí ìjàkùjàkù báyìí kò sí ẹ̀sán síná nígbà tá a sì lábúlé àwọn abúlé gbọ́dọ̀ nínú we have urban city we have rural city no be so you talk am ẹ̀yin lẹ́yìn.
yes.
tọ́pẹ́ bí wọ́n go city of a city is not more than city ó ti sọ́n tó abúlé ní sí Nàìjíríà gbọ́dọ̀ báyé lọ ẹ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ́dá kan wá ká gbogbo nípa kọ́ wá ká gbogbo ọ̀yà wọn o àwọn èkó kò tiẹ̀ ní ìdíyẹ mọ́ bí wọ́n kí sáré tẹ́kọ̀ má fi lè gbìdúrà pọ̀ kò bá ń ṣe mọ́ ẹ ti kò tà nìyẹn gbogbo oníkálukú nẹ́fà máa gbàlẹ́ ẹ̀ lọ ni torí wà tẹ́ bàrí náà fún wa tẹ́lẹ̀ owó oúnjẹ gbà oníkálukú gbàgbé ẹ̀ lọ That is it. You don't need them again.
Can you imagine? This is tenants and her landlord. We met them during this campaign, during this interview. You can see the Ikeja Electric, through their bad services, have brought bad blood between the tenant and the landlord. Even a community leader like Alhaji Jega, all of them have sad tales of woe against Dupe, the marketer at Ikeja Electric, Aboru station, Aboru undertaking, and even generally everywhere. The other month, some few weeks ago, we were doing somewhere in Lerato there. They were talking about one Tokumbo, David, that is causing trouble there too, talking to people anyhow, dropping their life without mercy, billing them outrageously, bringing 42,000, 55,000, 60,000. Now it is one Dupe here. The other time it was one Elijah Noimot in the Lerato, same Lerato area, Abulemo community, and at the time it was one Fred Odogbo and one Tony. All of this. Why do your staff have this bad behavior, bad ethical conduct, corruption in their system, in their DNA? And the other time we were in Okota, the same problem at Delio Rishabi streets. Everybody crying. Different community we have visited, even up to what they call that one, Bajomo community near Abule Egba there. All of them have sad tales. Anyway, this is just one of it. You've seen other videos. We want you to know that with time, all this must stop, and the government, the necessary agency, the consumer protection agencies, consensus individuals, the National Assembly, everybody, please take it serious. Nigerians are not laughing, they are not happy. If they cannot have basic amenities that light, then what is the purpose of democracy? Are we in a Hobbesian society? No. What is the purpose of sitting in the house, driving flashy cars, wearing very expensive costume, luxury lifestyle, and the ordinary citizens are not happy? This must stop. And with time, we are going to continue this campaign. We will reveal more. There are other communities that have lined up. You will hear their story, you will marvel. Anyway, till then, please continue to share the truth. Say the truth. If you have any other problem, you can forward it to the numbers of the Consumer Protection Forum. You will get the desired results, and with time, if the petition gets to us, we will do the needful. Thank you so much. Please share this video, share it everywhere, share it, let it go viral, let the truth be established, let these people be apprehended, let the appropriate punishment be meted, let there be prepaid meter, let there be transformer, let there be light like God said in the Bible. Thank you. God bless you. Goodbye.
What is our money going to? We are not being given the service that we want. Look at, I can say prestisably, for the past 48 hours, the light has not even been up to 30 minutes. So what are we really paying for? The only thing they know how to do is come, harass us, like the popular marketer in our area, Tokumbo, what did they call himself? He has become a god. We cannot talk. He just threatened us with the fact that he's going to take off our transformer from the power grid. And I don't know what kind of threat is that. The transformer that we bought with our money, the poles that was bought with our money, the lines that we bought with our money. So what are they really, what service are they really giving to us? I used to know in economics that they said customers are always right. But in our case with Ikeja Electric, customers are always wrong because they do not give us services, they give us money to pay. We pay the money. Mr. President, I'm saying it emphatically that this your system is rigged against the youth. There is no how the youth can progress with this system. And if you do not change it, we are telling you the time is coming in this country. We are going to rise up and fight. By that time, I don't want you to call us lazy youths.
Mr. Tokuma is always giving us problem. Anytime he comes, and yes, Mr. Tokuma, the short man like me, he's always giving us problem. Every time he comes, he's always telling us we should pay. I can never be coming 3 times in a week, in a month. Where is it done? 3 times in a month, they come on weekends. So are they telling us that we don't have, they'll bring, okay, for example, they'll bring bill on Friday. On Tuesday, they'll come and cut wire. And they'll tell us that we are supposed to know that they are going to bring bill. It is not done.
They will arrest me. They will arrest me. Adetokunbo, they will arrest Adetokunbo. Let anybody come and try it. I want anybody of your power to come and try it with me. No problem. If I have done something illegal, you will prove it to me.
You have done something highly illegal. Okay. You are going to be punished. You are going to be punished for it. You know that.
Because you are just starting the show. I will show you the show. I will show you the ending.
Don't worry.
Good morning, guys. I am really happy. Like, really happy. No pain, no gain. Guys, today is the 1st of November and it's my birthday month. And I'm happy I've come to the end of the 2 challenges I set up at the beginning of October. I planned that I would do 10 burpees every day, and I built up to my 5 minutes plank. And I'm so happy that I hit my target and I did 5 minutes 20 seconds, baby. Oh.
So 5 minutes, over 5 minutes, 5 minutes 20 seconds. I didn't know when you actually stopped because you collapsed. But it's over 5 minutes 20 seconds. We'll check exactly how. How do you feel?
First of all, I'm super proud that I did it and I conquered and I went over. But you know what this tells me? I set 5 minutes in my mind. So I was working with your 5 minutes time. I was waiting for push myself to get to that 5 minutes. When you said 1 minute to go, I said, no way, I'm not going to stop. Then I've done 4 minutes before. When I got to 30 seconds, I kept on pushing. I was holding, I wanted to fall. Then you said 10 seconds. I started counting in my head. 10. And then when I went over 10, I said, guy, how far? You said, you're about to get there. So I kept on holding on. I'd have given up obviously if you told me it was 5 minutes. So it's in the mind. Because I said 5 minutes, that's what my mind was working towards. But I did over
20 seconds more.
Yeah.
Madam, if I use this stick on you, you won't like yourself. You use this stick on yourself. You're not respecting yourself. Madam, Madam, you will use the stick on you.
Don't you tell woman that woman have right to be. I find this room. Obìnrin lọ gbé gíláàsì àbí obìnrin lọ gbé gíláàsì obìnrin lọ gbé gíláàsì àbí obìnrin ẹ lọ gbé gíláàsì àbí ẹ lọ gbé glass ẹ ní wò tán ẹ lọ gbé glass àbí ẹ̀wọ̀n kan tẹ̀ ṣe.
má mú kí wá mo ní kó mú kí wá
ẹ̀wọ̀n kan ló ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n kan ló ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n kan tó bí yẹn ṣe.
mo ní kí yìí mo ní kí
ẹ fún wọn ẹ kàn tí wọn kọ́ stop gbogbo kan tó ń ṣe yìí.
Baba leave them. Dapò come back. No, Dapò go. Dapò go. No. Just go. Disappear from here. Oh, ní ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe. Good.
The Electric Power Sector Reform Act 2005 defines an electricity consumer as any end user of electricity who is a customer of a distribution licensee. The concept of eligible customer would appear to have been recharacterized into two or more categories. An eligible customer means a customer that is eligible pursuant to a directive or directives issued by the Minister under Section 27 to purchase power from a licensee other than a distribution licensee. The word customer and consumer are used interchangeably, though accorded different meanings under the Act and regulations. For instance, the National Electric Regulation Commission on Customers' Complaints Handling Standards and Procedure 2006 defines a customer as any person or organization supplied with electricity for his own use by a distribution licensee or by any other person engaged in the business of supplying electricity to the public under the Electric Power Sector Reform Act or any other law for the time being in force, and includes any person whose premises are for the time being connected for the purpose of receiving electricity from a distribution licensee or such other person as the case may be. The law seeks to protect electricity consumers from defects in electricity services by licensees and other electricity companies, though the Act does not define what constitutes a defect in the electricity power sector. However, the definition has been filled by the National Electric Regulation Commission on Customer Complaints Handling Standard and Procedure 2006. It defined defects for the purpose of consumer protection as a fault, imperfection, or shortcoming in the quality, standard of service, equipment, or material which is required to be used by or under any law or regulation for the time being in force or under any contract or as claimed by the customer in relation to electricity service. The regime of Electric Power Sector Reform (EPSR) Act came to abrogate the NEPA Act due to its obviously brutish, defective and unproductive effect in the electricity sector. The Act came to break NEPA's decades of monopoly to ensure quality service delivery. It is pertinent that electricity customers know their rights as well as the protection offered to them by relevant laws of the land. Many Nigerians do not know that they have certain rights as electricity consumers in the nation. This is why many have fallen victim to sharp practices and other anti-people vices from electricity distribution companies. These rights include the following: right to a meter free of charge. All new electricity connections must be done strictly based on metering before connection. That is, no new customer should be connected by any electricity distribution company without a meter first being installed at the premises. Right to electricity supply in a safe and reliable manner. All customers have a right to electricity supply in a safe and reliable manner. Historically, the entire electricity supply chain in Nigeria was under the umbrella of a vertically integrated national utility company called National Electric Power Authority (NEPA), which was a monopoly. The Power Sector Reform Program, guided by the Electric Power Sector Reform (EPSR) Act of year 2005, outlined the process for the separation of potentially competitive functions from the monopoly entity and establishing competitive industry structure for commercial operations of those competitive functions. The Act pushes the concept of separating the contestable functions of generation and retail from the natural monopoly functions of transmission and distribution, and ultimately establishing competitive wholesale and retail electricity markets. The Commission is charged with the responsibility of seeing to the establishment, promotion and monitoring of a competitive Nigerian electricity market where the private sector will be the key driver, with no single or multiple groups of players exercising undue market power. Right to be properly informed and educated on the electricity services. Consumers do not often understand why prices increase due to the limited transparency in the electricity sector. Consumers are entitled to receive transparent information on applicable prices and tariffs, as well as on standard terms and conditions with regards to the access to and use of electricity services. This could be done through an offer or tariff information label that would contain all key information about an offer, including prices, discounts, termination fees, and more. This information must be provided to consumers at the point of sale and should be used as a standardized template. So also, with respect to information on electricity services, Section 76(6) of the Electric Power Sector Reform (ESPRA) Act mandates the National Electric Power Regulation Commission (NERC) to notify the public of any change in tariff methodology. Section 76(6) states that prior to approving a tariff methodology, the Commission shall give notice in the official gazette and in one or more newspapers with wide circulation of the proposed establishment of a tariff methodology, indicating the period within which objections or representations in connection with the same may be made to the Commission. Right to reasonable electricity tariff that represent fair use. All unmetered customers should be issued with electricity bills strictly based on National Electric Regulatory Commission's estimated billing methodology. One of the primary functions of the Commission, as contained in Section 32D of the Electric Power Sector Reform (EPSR) Act 2005, is to ensure that the prices charged by licensees are fair to customers and sufficient to allow the licensees to finance their activities and obtain reasonable profit for efficient operations. Right to notice before disconnection. It is the customer's right to be notified in writing ahead of disconnection of electricity services by the electricity distribution company, serving the customer in line with National Electric Regulation Commission guidelines. It is, however, unfortunate that some of these provisions are obeyed in breach than in compliance, because the power distribution companies cut and disconnect customers with reckless abandon without recourse to these provisions. The Electric Power Sector Reform (EPSR) Act 2005 envisages the development of an efficient electricity market where resources are allocated efficiently and managed in such a way that wastages and leakages in the value chain are reduced to the barest minimum, with consumers getting the best value for their money, which includes effective service delivery and strict compliance with statutory provisions on consumer satisfaction. Right to a refund when overbilled. In the event of overbilling of a customer, the electricity distribution company is under an obligation to refund such excess sum paid by the customer. Where it is proven that the customer has been overbilled, will not literally refund the physical cash to the consumer, but to transfer the excess amount into customer's account as a credit or subsequent electricity bill and payment. Right to an unmetered consumer while contesting estimated billing. An unmetered consumer who is disputing his or her estimated bill has the right not to pay the disputed bill, but pay only the last undisputed bill as the contested bill go through the dispute resolution process of National Electric Regulatory Commission (NERC). To better give effect to the Electric Power Sector Reform (EPSR) Act 2005, the Commission is empowered by Section 96 of the Act to make regulations prescribing all matters which are required or necessary for operational convenience. Right to and maintenance of power distribution equipment. It is not the responsibility of electricity customer or community to buy, replace, or repair electricity transformers, poles, and related equipment used in the supply of electricity. The responsibility of repair and purchase of electrical equipment lies with the distribution companies in charge of the supply area and not with the residents or the community. All electric equipment integrated into the grid are automatically the property of the distribution company. The customer or community is not a partner with the distribution company in its business and cannot therefore be compelled to pay for such equipment. Should a consumer or community decide to handle this responsibility, it must be done with the full knowledge of the law regarding consumers' investment in electricity. Right to protection from arbitrary and segregated billing. Every electricity consumer is protected from any system of billing outside the regulated scheme provided by law. Every consumer belongs to a billing classification and no one should be specially charged. A consumer's cost of electricity depends on 4 classifications. 1 is the location of the customer, and 2, the tariff class of the customer. Every electricity customer must belong to a specific tariff class. There are 5 major tariff classes, each of which is divided into subclasses based on a range of energy consumption. The 5 major tariff classes are as follows. Residential. A customer who uses his premises exclusively as a residence, e.g. house, flat or multi-storage house. Commercial. A customer who uses his premises for any purpose other than exclusively as a residence or a factory for manufacturing goods. Industrial. A customer who uses his premises for manufacturing goods, including welding and ironmongery. Special. Customers such as agriculture and agro-allied industries, water boards, religious houses, government and teaching hospitals, government research institutes, and educational establishments. Each tariff class has a unique tariff rate applicable to it. This means that each distribution company has a unique tariff rate for its customers in each tariff class. Easy to understand bill. All electricity bills should be in a format easily understood by customers with the proportioned amount and the energy used, and should contain the information in the schedule to the NERC regulation. Bill after disconnection. When a customer is disconnected for non-payment, the meter reading should be taken at the time of disconnection, and the bill should show the total value of all charges owed by the customer up to the time of disconnection. Customers are only liable to pay the bills brought before the service was discontinued. Final reading of a meter upon vacation of premises. A customer can request his distribution company to undertake a final reading of his meter when he vacates his premises, and the reading shall be used to calculate his or her final electricity usage to avoid a new tenant paying for an old tenant's electricity usage. Right to a monthly bill. A distribution company under no circumstances should bill a customer any charges for a supply address after a final account has been produced without issuing more than one routine bill during the same billing period. Distribution companies should not send you more than one bill on a monthly basis. Right to negotiate part payment. When a customer anticipates difficulty in fully paying an electricity bill by the due date, the customer can contact the distribution company while they determine the customer's capacity to pay the outstanding bill. A customer can reach an agreement with a service provider to pay your outstanding within stipulated period before disconnection. Inflation of the proportion amount payable. A distribution company cannot inflate the proportioned amount in order to increase the recoverable on the charge or charge the customer interest on the amount either on a new customer or old customer. If a customer is billed below their monthly usage, the service provider should not make the customer pay more than expected in the next billing. Prompt information in writing on overcharge. In case of overcharge, the distribution company is advised to write a customer within 5 working days on the error by crediting the amount of the overcharge to the customer's next bill. It is the duty of the distribution company to notify the customer in a situation where the amount charged is being consumed by the customer for that particular month. When in 2013, the distribution companies took over the responsibility of electricity distribution in Nigeria, many Nigerians thought that the end of the years and ages of darkness had set in. To Nigerian masses and even the elites, the days of insistent power outage and administrative carelessness had come to the end. They believed that with the electricity distribution finally in the hands of private entities, there would be a turnaround in electricity supply in the country. Unfortunately, 7 years down the line, those thoughts and imagination have not come to pass. Instead, it has gotten worse. Nigerians have now come to the realization that their suffering with respect to electricity had only taken a new dimension, from Lagos to Ibadan, Abuja to Kaduna, Kano to Maiduguri, Port Harcourt to Enugu, Benin to Asaba, Ebonyi to Cross River State, and many other parts of the country. Complaints of lack of electricity, outrageous bill, extortion, unjust load shedding, group disconnection, insensitivity, and rudeness of the distribution companies abound and remain unmitigated. At every opportunity of a face-to-face meeting with distribution companies, consumers have always used such platform and opportunity to pour out their long accumulated frustration and grievances. The customers often descended on the distribution companies, accusing it of incompetence, issuance of crazy bill, insincerity, daylight robbery, hoarding of meters, both prepaid and normal reading meters, insensitivity and rudeness. Some of these failures and disappointments of the consumers by the distribution companies are manifested in the following. Outrageous bill. Distribution companies have subjected consumers to paying outrageous electricity bills. Consumers will always argue that such bills are not a true reflection of the energy they consume. In January 2019, the Nigerian House of Representatives proposed a law criminalizing and prohibiting estimated billing and compelled electricity companies to give prepaid meters within 30 days. But the parliamentary order was ignored by the electricity companies. In section 69 of the proposed law, it stipulates that a power distribution company serving the consumer upon connection must inform the customer in writing on the nature of meter installed, tariff methodology, and all other services available to the customer. Billing without energy provision. It is no news in every part of the country that distribution companies bill consumers even when the transformer is bad or there is no light at all. Even despite the fixed and functional transformer installed in the area, while load shedding system is not totally wrong, the distribution companies must find a way to distribute the power fairly to all the people in the community. High-handedness of staff. It is unfortunate and worrisome how staff of the distribution companies transformed into demigods by their insensitivity and rude approach to customers. Consumers attribute this ugly trend to the failure of the regulators to discharge their statutory duties by penalizing the discos. This high-handedness also manifests in the extortion of customers by the distribution company's officials in the name of buying transformer, pole, or whatever facility. Unnecessary hoarding of meters. Distribution companies do this so that they will continue to give outrageous estimated bills to customers. They hold the meters for selfish and corrupt reasons, either to give the meters out illegally to people who can afford to pay some kickbacks, or simply so they can keep billing consumers on consumption estimations. Unjustified and group disconnection. The way and manner in which distribution companies disconnect consumers is in the least unsatisfactory. As if uninformed disconnection is not enough, distribution companies sometimes go on group disconnection, whereby they disconnect an entire area, affecting the electricity of those that do not owe because of those that indebted. An inconsistent power supply was the main challenge affecting electricity consumers in Nigeria, which necessitated a change of guard from the old National Electric Power Authority (NEPA) down to Power Holding Company of Nigeria (PHCN), and the new privatization strategy under the discourse. Despite the change, the outcry of consumers worsened in the last 7 years, especially with the discourse like Ikeja Electric and few others. Nigerians have kept crying over the unabated power services to consumers over the years, which the Consumer Protection Council has no answer to. The consumers were made to pay bills without service rendered. In addition, the inability of aggrieved consumers to sue the power authorities' default succeeded in keeping them arrogant and obstinate. It is hereby recommended that there should be further and proper deregulation of the power sector in Nigeria, as it is considered that the power that lies with the National Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) still leaves the whole power ball to the federal government alone. However, as provided in the Constitution, the electricity sector is in the concurrent legislative list, which means that both the federal government and state government can regulate electricity. Therefore, the Electric Sector Power Reform Act should be revised to be in harmony with the provision of the Constitution. This, if effected, will decentralize the power sector and bring about increased efficiency and create a playing field for more innovative investors, and also create more competition among the players in the industry, which will lead to better services, which is what the objective of the National Electricity Regulation Commission (NERC) and the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission (FCCPC) is all about in relation to consumer rights and protection. As it is now, the lack of consistent electricity tops the major challenges that have a significant effect on the consumer and industrial goods sector. For one thing, the electricity problem limits the output of the industrial sector, which then reduces the need for industrial and capital goods. Frequent power outages at homes and factories also damages home appliances, equipment, and machinery, thereby increasing maintenance costs for businesses. This issue also affects perishable consumer goods, as power outages make it difficult for the end consumer to store perishables over a long period of time. As laudable as these rights are, one would expect that their implementations will be swift and progressive, such that consumers and distribution company relationship under the power sector could be smooth sailing. The reverse is, however, the case. Years after the privatization of the power sector, customer service relationship remains an all-time low, still reminiscent of the pre-privatization era, where electricity consumers were subjected to the dictates of officials of the power sector. Unfortunately, these problems persist as a result of a lack of awareness by electricity consumers of the rights that cater to them under the reformed power sector. As evidenced by the popular saying, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse becomes inevitable. It should be noted that until consumers understand this right and legal protection and become proactive in enforcing them, they will remain at the mercy of unscrupulous officials of the power sector.